Townwood, why is it not Woodtown, is basically one of the biggest Live for Survival maps, and it has been out for over a month since its release, and obviously an exclusive beta server. So I basically wanted to go over what are my overall thoughts on this map, the mode, aka campaign, and some other changes that are going to be coming into the game that I also wanted to get my head or just mind off of before it actually comes out, so you know what I'm thinking and what are my overall thoughts. First of all, let's talk about Townwood. Now, compared to all the other maps, this map has quite possibly the most amount of detail than you can ever think on every other map. I think maybe in second place to this is like the swamp map. I'm trying to think of some others on top of my head, but I can't really. And maybe even the city map as what's it called, Flooded. That's what I'm talking about, mainly because Flooded, I mean, is obviously a city with a lot of water and even got some nice remastered looks to it, so yeah. But Townwood went literally extreme with its detail. We have a gas station, we have a restaurant, we have a gun store, we have a park, we have tons of buildings all around, and especially the new helicopter that comes in the campaign mode, which we'll get into later. Overall, the amount of detail and just looks to this map is just very good, and every single time I play it, I always get this vibe that, you know, we're in civilization and everything is going chaos, or just when shit hits the fan. That's what I technically mean. So from 1 to 10, how would I rate Townwood for its looks and design? I would say it has to be an 8.5. I really like the amount of detail. Sure, they can add stuff a little bit more, but realistically, this map is just perfect the way it looks. Now, secondly, what we're going to be going over is campaign. Now, as you know, this campaign is very difficult to actually beat, since like all the other campaign modes on all the other maps, like Death Canyon, I think that's what it's actually called, Death Canyon, the swamp, they basically always have something in common. That is teamwork with your team, if they even try to even help you or not, to collect the fuel cans. And most of the time, in fact, they're going to be camping at where the fuel generators are, so that's a thing. But mostly, the basic fuel generator is actually a pretty decent spot, because mainly they're on the side of the buildings, aka the gas station or the restaurant or the gun store. So it's always yeah, they're really close to, I guess, the most crucial places to like camp at or to hold out at, so it's not really a big deal. But the fuel cans on this map are just literally in Narnia. You have to go so far to get them, but at the same time, when you finally get all the missions done in this mode, you get a nice animation, or kind of like a little cutscene or a dramatic scene where the helicopter comes in, you basically get in, and then basically you just fly off with a nice cutscene that plays out, which is really nice in my opinion. So realistically, from a 1 to 10, how would I compare this campaign to all the other campaigns? I would say it is a lot better from like the rescue vehicle mode, but the amount of like trying and attempts you need to do this in order to get to it is downright ridiculous. So from the rescue vehicle, I'm going to be giving it obviously like a 7 out of 10, because obviously it's a helicopter, and especially the fact that it has a driver this time, so that's a thing. And then finally, the mission category of how long it takes to actually beat this mode, I would say is a lot harder than all the other campaign modes. So I would give it I don't know, 3.5, mainly because it is a lot harder to actually beat this mode. Now, overall, we're going to be going over the problems I have on Townwood. So, Townwood, I believe the only problems, obviously, for me is mainly because since I'm a console player, as many of you guys know, I'm the rarest of the species out there, that literally, it is just completely framey and laggy on my end. So, you don't see me playing many, Townwood maps or games, mainly because I always try to skip this map, even if it's like a survival game mode to it. It's so framey and laggy that I can like almost barely move, just like how basically Swamp was back in the days. It's just as laggy as it was, so that's the only problems I have on my end. But I'm pretty sure a problem that everyone does not really like on this map as well is the fact that, I mean, it's daytime. Like, I know for a fact a lot of people are just like, chill man, it's just the weather. But at the same time, look what happened to Construction Site. Nobody really liked it too much when it was daytime, but when it was nighttime, aka right now, literally everyone loves it. I even love this map even more now because, I mean, it's nighttime. Who doesn't love maps that are basically in nighttime mode, you know, when the sun isn't killing your eyes by stabbing into them, you know? So, realistically, the only problems on Townwood I really have is the fact that it's just daytime, and it just really kind of decreases the epicness of the mood of the town, how it's in carnage. It just makes it look like it looks strange to me. I don't know what it is, but since it's basically daytime, I do have to decrease the, I guess, I don't know, the mood of the map to a, like, I don't know, a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's still really good. It's just the fact that it's daytime. If it was like nighttime, I would raise it up to like an 8 or a 9, because like daytime doesn't really help too much on that. Now, finally, we're going to be going over to campaign and what its problems are on this map. And oh boy, I already know so many of you guys have already so many problems with this game mode. So here's how it goes. First off, you start off in the highway or whatever it is, the tunnel entrance as a survivor. Then you have to basically get lucky on where the fuel generator is going to spawn. So the luckiest spots, I think, is by far the restaurant, since it's in the middle of the map and it's a lot closer to many of the other gas cans that are all around all over the place. You know, a lot closer to them since it's in the center, the fuel generator. So if you get the restaurant, you are lucky. If you get it on the gun store, then that means if there's fuel cans all the way where the gas station is, you're going to be walking there and walking back, and it's going to be taking like 30 to 40 seconds depending how slow you are and if you're constantly getting harassed by infected. Once you assumably get all the fuel cans, you basically need to go to the side of the building and waste the next 30 seconds holding X on console, or E or F, or whatever it is on PC, and tapping, I'm pretty sure, on mobile, or whatever it is on mobile actually, to basically repair the electrical box, or just to turn it on. For some reason it takes 30 seconds instead of, like, you know, just like 5 seconds switching some switches or anything like that, or wires. And then once you turn it on, you basically have to go inside the building, go over to the radio box, turn it on, or just say, hey, come get us or something, I don't know. And then you have to basically go to either the gun store or the gas station and collect supplies, such as gun store, collect weapons, I'm pretty sure. And for the gas station, you just go in there, get snacks like a watermelon, a cake, and what's it called? I don't know, a soda, that type of thing. And then finally, the rescue vehicle actually comes on over, picks you up, and basically you get to escape. To get to the end, you need to be very, very skilled or downright lucky with your teammates and overall the opposing infected team. Because if the infected team are just experienced players, most of the time you're just going to be finding yourself constantly getting harassed and needing to go save your survivor friends while you're barely doing the actual mission, aka the fuel can. And then eventually, when there's 1 minute left, you're going to have like 7 out of 14 or 15 cans left, and you're just saying, oh, we're already dead, let's just try to hold it out. The problem with this mode is the fact that there's so many things you need to do in order to actually win as a survivor, and the opposing team already has such a huge advantage since they have so much time on their hands and so many times they can actually strategize. So mostly this mode is just a pain in the ass to actually play. Whenever I get campaign and I'm a survivor, I just have to accept, well, we're just gonna have to hold it out, mainly because my survivor friends don't even do much. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to hold out, try to win until the timer runs out, and basically that's how it goes. I only beaten it once, mainly because all my survivor friends were actually alive and they actually distracted the infected, so that was the only benefits from that. Most of the time, not really. So seeing of a score of how hard this mode compared to all the other campaign modes on the other maps, I would say from 1 to 10 of how easy, of 1 being downright just easy, and then 10 being downright insanely hard, I would say it's like an 8 out of 10. It is very difficult since you have to do so many things, and literally you have to be really, really prepared, and hopefully having the luck that the enemy team, infected team, that isn't really necessarily going to be harassing you that much and are not that great, you know. Now that we got campaign out of the way, I'm going to be talking about the next few updates. So overall, I'm pretty sure we all have seen the Juggernaut teaser by Toatahu003, and I just have to say as a quick thank you to Toa for letting me be able to use the quick game clip here that you can actually see of the Juggernaut. Now my overall thoughts, I really like this Juggernaut model we do have currently in the game. But since it's getting its remodel, it sucks that we're going to be having this icon of the game finally being gone. And I mean, it's nice that everything gets remodeled every once in a while. It's just the fact that it's getting completely remodeled where you're just like, hey, what happened to the other Juggernaut? This Juggernaut does not resemble anything from the previous Juggernaut. But the only thing I do really like about the new Juggernaut is, of course, its new animations for the swatting. I don't think we've seen the rock throw yet. It's falling animation, and especially the fact that we got to see that I believe we get to have the accessories on the Juggernaut, so you can actually have your actual avatar on the Juggernaut, which is going to be really nice. So you get to actually see who the Juggernaut is, and I guess, I don't know, just say you're trash and like I don't know. But realistically, I just love the change that we're going to be having a customizable Juggernaut now and again. Now, I do have to say that the Brute is actually going to get another... Oh shit, I forgot. The Juggernaut remodel thing. Well, how would I rate it from 1 to 10? I would say I love it right now. So I'd say, I don't know, an 8 out of 10. I really do love it. I'm hoping it gets into the game around the corner. And now for the Brute, this is what I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and that's the fact that the Brute is actually going to have all of your accessories on it. So basically your shoulder, your back, your hat, basically all of your character's accessories are going to be on the Juggernaut, which is going to be lit, because literally back then, right now, the Juggernaut is bald for some reason, so it just looks really weird as there's this giant dude with a shirt and pants and you're bald, while in game, like a few minutes ago, you were literally wearing armor and shit. It didn't really make much sense. But seeing how we're gonna have all of our accessories on the Brute, I'm gonna say I'm gonna really like this, because I mean, all they did was just update it. So I don't know, a 9 out of 10, because I really want this. Now, finally, I'm going to be talking about the last thing, which is the leveling system, which I made a community post a while ago. Now, I've had a lot of problems playing the Survival, because most of the time I was just playing it for, just giving you guys content so you can actually watch and stuff. But also because there wasn't really much to actually play the Survival. I mean, once you have everything, or just like all of like the Robux weapons and the coin weapons, there really isn't much to do apart from the fact of just switching out your loadout every now and again. Be like, huh, this one should work, or this loadout should be good enough. It's mostly like a, what do I do now? Since we're going to be having a leveling up system, which I'm pretty sure we're going to have badges and achievements and all that stuff in the game, it's going to make it a lot more of a, hey, you should play, so you can basically flex, being like, hey, I'm level 200 or something like that. But it's mostly like a, hey, play so you can actually being able to do something else than just killing infected. I mean, yeah, still killing them, but also trying to complete specific other tasks and achievements that are going to be very useful in a very good way. I don't know what else to say, but I really want a level system in it, because we just need something else to actually do in this game. So, from a 1 to 10, how would I rate it? I would say it's going to be like a 9.5 out of 10, because we all want a leveling system in this game, since we all want something else to do than just killing zombies every now and again, to basically trying to level up as fast as you can, and to basically get some other things that you can basically do with that leveling system, especially badges. But that's all I have to do, or basically talk about in my recent updates, why I haven't really been posting lately. And yeah, see you guys all about 42 years and have a great game.